Gratitudes to you and congratulations. This is what is called as sadhana, where we are trying to be regular to our classes studies. This is in fact is called as tapasya. This is called as the wanted purushartha. So we have learnt that we need to do and we can do and we must to do, and we should keep on doing it. Let us pray together to the Lord to bless us. The 12 characteristics, rather 13, we have to strengthen in ourselves. The Lokaseva Parayanatva, Dharma Sthapana Parayanatva, Vairagya Parayanatva, Bhakta Parayanata. We have seen yesterday how Mother Parvati is tapasya for Lord Shiva, Bhakti. Shiva himself comes in another rupa, try to deter her Shraddha Bhakti in Shiva by telling about all the avalakshanas of Bhagavan Shiva's Vesha Bhusha Ityadi. How firm she was in her bhakti to Bhagavan, we have seen. Then Bhagavan had to come. So to Shishya Parayanata, then Mumukshuta Parayanata, then Jignasutva Parayanata. One beautiful thing we are learning, the Shrotrutva Parayanata. Little more modifications, refinements, finer tunings are required in this. Sadhakatva Parayanata, Parishrami Parayanata, Prerana Vyaktitva Parayanata, Shanta Parayana. Then really Samskrita Bhasha Pravinyata Parayanata. Our 6 sources of blessing, the Jagannatha, the Ishvara, Param Brahma. Hope you are understanding how and why we are talking about all these 13 and 6 things every day. These are what mentioned as the final points in all the Shastras we are studying. Jagannatha because Shakti Swarupini. She is also expression of divine only. Therefore, we need Shakti, we need positive Shakti. That's why worshipping her. Finally, the decision maker, the one to bless us, is the Ishvara only. Therefore, Ishvararadhana, Ishvara, Sharanagati, Prarthana. This is what also seen by us, shown to us in all our Shastras, that all Adhyatmika sadhakas have surrendered to that Samashti Ishvara, thus blessed by him alone could proceed further in sadhana. So too the Parabrahma being our ultimate goal, in fact, that has to be remembered first and foremost. Same way, the Bhagavan only in the Vividha Devata Gana Rupa expressing. Like the central government alone expresses as the topmost officer up to the class 4 employee. So with every one of them we have a need. So we have to be in good communication relation with them. All are part of the total system's systematic functioning. And we have some work there in that office. So we need to go, talk lovingly to the class 4, to the 3 respectfully, to the class 2 more respectfully, with the class 1 to really, then only work will happen. Here all our devatas are functioning so efficiently in maintaining the total world and in within our own self. So our work has to happen more beautifully faster. So when we can approach them, because we can do the due type of upasanas offerings, they will work for us more better way. They will bless us. This has been also seen. You know, in so many cases we could see faculties were not functional. Then the Devatas Upasana was done. Then they became intact. The example of Dhruva, you know, did namaskar to Bhagavan. Bhagavan touched his kapola with a shankha. See, all the buddhi mein jnana, मन में भक्ति वाणी में मंत्रोच्चारण, all these faculties started working. Hundreds of examples can be given. And that's why we recognize the presence of Devatagana, we recognize the need of their blessings, we recognize the need of invoking the blessings through upasanas, we recognize the way to do that upasana and do it. So too, we can never neglect in our life wherever we are placed. The Guru Tattva, the Guru Ganas, our own Guru and our own Acharyas. Guru Tattva, Guru Gana are there universally working, the Guru Parampara. But for us, mainly our own Guru, our own Acharya. We may not be with them permanently. They may not be with us permanently. But as long as we are together, so long eking out maximum by the best way of respect and reverence and value. Isn't it? Like anywhere we go shop, we are not permanent with that shop. But best way dealing so that our purchase happens in a smiling, beautiful way. So too nobody stays with us permanently, even Guru, even God, other than the Atman and Brahman. But the time wherever we are spending, most auspicious because that is the time where we are molded by the Gurus when we surrender, guided by them when we get guidance. So that that guidance, that is blessings, we have to receive. For that only, that bhakti, that sharanagati required. In the same way, permanent form in the books, the knowledge is given through that language. Imagine if those books, shastras, are not there, Mhm. printed form. We can't go to the Guru every time and listen. He also is not a machine that he can go on talking. He is also having upadhis. Upadhis have their limitations. So if he becomes elderly old, he says, I can't talk, isn't it? And also what they are speaking is authentic or not to know. Where do you go to refer to? Shastra only. That way, the value of the Shastras. They are not Jada. You know, Srimad Bhagavata Kyoyam Pratyaksha Krishna Evahi. So to Vedaha Prachetasada Asit Sakshat Ramayana Atmana. They are not the Jada things. They are the Paramatma only in that Rupa. Pratyaksha Paramatma. That is why having faith in this aspect that the book is Paramatma only, one religion only started learning from that. For us, the Shastras are direct Bhagavat Swarupa only, not Jada, not a matter there. In that paper, the mantras which are written, they are living expressions of the Shruti Mata. Remember that. It is life there. Not even once, even in dream, we should have a doubt about this thing. When we study Upanishad, that Shruti Mata is expressing through her. When we study the Smriti Grantha or any of the Purana Itihasa, that language, that is a living, vibrant thing. Have we not felt yesterday or every day when we are studying all Shastras, particularly when we are reading the Skanda Purana, are we seeing any Jadata in that? Don't we see the life fully reverberating and vibrating in those happenings? कब लिखा होगा ये पुरुषार्थ, ये पुराण? Don't know. But still, it has got that life. Any Shastra when we read, like when we are studying this Upanishad, Sambandha Bhashya, everywhere that Rishi, that Guru, living vibrations going on happening. So, respect the Shastra, tune to them by everyday Shravana, Dhyana, Adi. So, good, we remember every day these things which keep us inspired, keep a goal in front of us, make us active, make us pursue something. Correct? Now, this great Shwethashwathara Upanishad, we are studying just few more pages, maybe four or three, to conclude the Sambandha Bhashya. Again, begin the first chapter onwards. It has 6 chapters to study. In this Sambandha Bhashya, Bhagavan has taken us into so many ways of contemplation, thinking, through so many halls of Upanishads, the Brahma Sutras, the Itihasa, the Smriti Grantha, पुराण कोई नहीं छोड़ा. सब में से हमको घुमा घुमा कर भगवान आदि शंकर, what is he bringing to our notice is what should be our goal, what should be our pursuit. And that goal indicated in the Upanishads, how to pursue also is told in the Upanishad. They will study Upanishad, know the goal, pursue it, reach out. To bring that most important thing into our deepest conviction, no struggle is left by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. Of course, through all his other works of writings and ashrama establishments, etc. Anyway, to I, that is a colossal work. Within that work, one part is this Upanishad. In this Upanishad also, in the Sambandha Bhashya, again he has done that very expanding effort, very detailed effort. For the one who is Adi Shankara Bhakta, who is the Shruti Mata Bhakta, wants to really study and understand Shastras, this Sambandha Bhashya is a very complete thing. To be referred almost every day actually. Majidar, Majidar. You all have seen it from last few days. We are studying it. So let us see in today's portion how after explaining that Brahma Sutra darshayati apicha smaryate, then how he further continues to tell. In today's portion, these two again, one topic is covered. That's what we will see. Is again Savishesha Ishvara's presence. Why Shrutimata agreed that is told. So this is not only to satisfy the Purvapakshi but also to tell us that even though ultimately everything is rejected other than Brahman, yet on the way to evolution at various stages we need those practices also. Those type of like the X factor in our mathematics problem solution. X is dropped finally when you understand how many things therefore they are. But then throughout that mathematics solution, the X factor is taken for help. In the same way here, just reconciling. The ultimate should never be missed. That's the most crucial thing. And to reach the ultimate, en route, whatever is required, we should have the maturity, dignity, magnanimity to make use of them and move further. जो भी जरूरत है सब यूज करो, लेकिन जब हो गया वो छोड़कर आगे बढ़ो. फाइनली तो ब्रह्म एव आवर लक्ष्यम. This is what is the purpose of all this study, all these shastras, and all we are supposed to do. Krishna Vasudeva Narayana. Now, before we do the study, the Sankalpa Prarthana, and few minutes of our common sense discussion. Today we do one or two or three or four things. Some of them are seen already, one or two. Maybe improvised we have seen. First thing today's thought is what? The necessity of everyday listening to Shastra, everyday studying the Shastra, isn't it? First is what? The need of the everyday listening study is what? First of all, to have an information that there is something called as that self moksha giving beyond the familiar world. Information. But will the information help? No. So therefore, only up to the information level we listen and live, we have not at all got benefit. Therefore, more we have to listen, more we have to study for the next level, called as the understanding. What exactly is said. So without understanding, we can't live. So understanding has to happen. Till the understanding happens, the Shastras have to be heard. Shastras have to be studied. Third one is understanding enough? It won't be, isn't it? We need to have the next level of conviction about what we have understood. Many a times understanding happens, but that is not sufficient. Next level of conviction is required. And actually, we are convinced about everything other than Paramatma. That is why we are continuously, perennially samsari. If you have to shift to the sadhana, is not our conviction should be complete, more, stronger than our conviction for the world. Think about it. So, till that happens, what is the other way? Then listening, then studying, then contemplating on the Shastras. That is why we are doing, and you and I are the best examples to our own selves. That how long we have listened, but has the thing fully happened, which is supposed to happen? Naiva. Does it mean whatever we are doing is waste? No, this is a process. Everybody have gone through it. Whoever have evolved, वो लोग इसी के द्वारा ऐसे ही चले हो. We don't know about them, but we are doing it every day. That's it. Lucky that that idea has come to us. Let us do relentlessly. More lucky is no obstructions coming from outside. Inside, we anyway obstruct ourselves with our own ego and priorities and weaknesses. Anyway, they also will be conquered. For that only, Bhagavan is blasting us in the evening class of Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana to put the Purushartha in the present so powerfully that the Vasanas, which are called the Praktana Purushartha, the Samskaras, the Prarabdha, should be defeated. Most fascinating class nowadays, along with all other obviously, is the Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, which is the need of the hour for us. And to shake away all our lethargies or our misconceptions and come on to the right path. Beautiful it is. So, the conviction. But is conviction also enough? It has never given moksha to anyone. We also have to take the commitment and committed initiative, isn't it? Then who will give us that commitment from within? How to start initiative? Who will do? Me only. But who can help me? Again the same Shastra. Isliye, till that commitment and initiative is taken by us for the sadhana, the Shastra alone. Some of us take initiative, but in that initiative also, there is no strength in doing sadhanas. There is no total deep involvement, like a vrata, like a diksha, like an anushtana with nishtha. Again, who will give us that? That again is Shastra. Therefore, which day we have to stop studying Shastra, stop listening Shastra? No day. Then who will tell us are we on right path or not? Who will help us if at all we are getting derailed? Who will help us to reinstate the hope and the faith, the inspiration? Whenever for any of the reason they try to go away or they go away or they leak out. बताओ कौन है और शास्त्र के अलावा कोई हमारे साथ परमानेंट नहीं रह सकता. But Shruti Mata, with respect and reverence, and consciously, not mechanically. When we listen to her, when you study about her, when you do Vicharana, we are made to be stable in all these necessary things. And finally, when we reach the goal and experience it, and who will finally certify us to us whether we have reached it or not? शास्त्र ही बताएगा, क्योंकि जैसा शास्त्र में कहा उसका हमको अनुभव आया तो पहुंच गए. Shastra again tells us about the lakshanas of that Mukta Purusha. Therefore, from the starting point till the end point, if at all one thing is common with us is the Shastra. Therefore, Shravanam, Nirantara Shravanam. Then Adhyanam, Nirantara Adhyanam. Then Manana Chintanam. That is why every day, and if we don't listen, we ourselves know how we forget the whole spiritual goal itself, like between two classes every day. But again, we are coming to the class evening, therefore, we are at least renewed about it. फिर अगेन सुबह आ जाते हैं, इसलिए कम से कम को याददाश्त याद है. इमेजिन ए वीक और 10 days वी हैव गिवन अप, गॉन. द इंफॉर्मेशन विल बी फॉरगॉटन. नॉलेज तो बना ही नहीं अभी. Information all chala hai कि there is like an Upanishad, like I ask you about the earlier Upanishad studied. बताओ उसमें information क्या है? What is there in मुंडक उपनिषद? पढ़ नहीं रहे आजकल तो भूल गए. बट वही सब्जेक्ट इसमें है, पढ़ रहे हैं इसलिए सब्जेक्ट याद है. उपनिषद मुंडक का मंत्र वी मे नॉट रिमेंबर, बट द सब्जेक्ट इज रिमेंबर्ड बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग इट ओनली ऑफ कोर्स थ्रू अदर उपनिषद. सब उपनिषद का एक ही थीम है. So why we have to do study every day, listen every day of the Shastra? This is the point one. We have to be very clear about and then get convinced, totally convinced, committed. Help oneself. You can see the difference between people who regularly listen and study Shastra and then the clarity and maturity in them, in their understanding. And those who are erratic or irregular but call as spiritual themselves. उसमें भी दोनों गुरु के पास जा रहे हैं, सेवा गुरु के कर रहे हैं, पर एक शास्त्र अध्ययन कर रहा है, दूसरा नहीं. जो कर रहे हैं उनका स्थिति थोड़ा बेटर हायर होता है. Gurudev is an example. Along with Gurudev, there were 2-3 disciples who were serving the Pur Maharaj along with him, but never much gave importance to Shastra. So they were at that level only. But Gurudev went through all Shastra, Adhyanam and all, his clarity, perfection, for his own emancipation, later on to do the glorious seva to Sanatana Dharma and the Brahma Tattva. Isn't it? So we must know it. Yeah, it is tough to come regularly. It is difficult to listen and again. भाई रिपीटेड सुनना ही पड़ता है, तभी जाकर ये सारे स्थितियों से हम गुजरते हैं. In Vedanta, repetition is the only technique by which all these stages, right from information up to Anubhuti, the in between 8 or 9 stages, we travel through. And the enemy, the mind, telling it is boring, tell it is heavy, let me have other idea, let me do something. वो तो इंटरनली वो कोक्स करता रहेगा, वो प्रोवोक करता रहेगा, वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट करता रहेगा, वो डिस्टर्ब करता रहेगा. कौन ही नहीं, हमारा ही मन है वो. अरे उसको साइड में रखना, उसको जीतना, इसी को साधना कहते हैं ना. The higher intellect tells us to go study, learn more. The lower mind says, बस अभी छोड़ दो. Those who are succumbing to the lower mind, they become irregular, discontinuous. Everybody's mind says so. What was said by Vasishta ji is, दांतों को दांत से चबाते हुए प्रेजेंट पुरुषार्थ इतना स्ट्रांगली करो कि तुम्हारा पास्ट प्रारब्ध, व्हाट ही मेंट बाय पास्ट प्रारब्ध इज पास्ट पुरुषार्थ. What is meant by past Purushartha is through past Purushartha, whatever the vasanas we gained, whatever the karma phala we are going to get, both of which are obstructions for our present Purushartha. Okay? To defeat them, intensify your present Purushartha. That is what is point. Main point. Beautiful it is. Very informative. Very encouraging. मजेदार है. So, why we have to regularly listen, study the Shastra is explained. Out of four things today, first one. Second point, very important, very crucial, maybe discussed many a times in a different way of saying so, is what? देखो, our attention should be always on our upadhis. है ना? Our attention should be always in keeping our upadhis working worthy, fit. Imagine that police wale or military wale or army wale. Every day they have to make their rifle, all of them intact. Their uniform, their topi, their helmets, their shoe, etc., their whatever you call the bullet proof jackets. हर एक चीज का उनको जिस तरह से देखना पड़ता है, संवार के रखना पड़ता है. Every professional in this world, whatever the instruments that are needed for that profession, even as sweepers, they have to take care of their jadu, no? The scavengers, whatever the instruments they use it. Because वो है ठीक नहीं तो काम ही होता नहीं. And in today's world, if the humanity has achieved to so many heights or achievements, science, etc., is not because of creating and using the instruments only. Why the travel has become easy? Because the mode of travel, the instrument, the vehicle has been invented and we are using it. How the communication has become easier despite of the distances, kala and desha, दोनों. देश काल व्यवहित ही नहीं है अभी, अव्यवहित. You may be 1,000 kilometer distance. You can listen to me through online. Kala also. I'm talking now, but if you cannot listen online because you are busy work, after 4 hours you can listen because it is available there. Is it not because of the instruments only? Outer instruments. Everything is becoming. The whole human science is trying only to create more and more sophisticated instruments to make life easier. Bhagavan has already given the upadhis, instruments, for the moksha, all of them. So we have to mind none of the instruments can be neglected. That is a responsibility that should be felt as a duty. When in Vedanta, to create the Vairagya, it is told that you are not Upadhi, it is only to detach from the Upadhi, it is not to say that Upadhi should be neglected. And toward Upadhi, we are careless and allow them to get rusted or dusted. ऐसा नहीं है वो. Let us not misunderstand any of the Vedantic guidances. We misunderstand when we study and think on our own. Only when we go to the experienced Guru, he will exactly explain what it is, what it means. Other अपने मनमानी करके like विरोचना, we only make our own definitions and practices. Isn't it? Till we reach to the highest level of meditation from our present state. Every stage we grow through only because of the upadhis, through the upadhi only. Now, how much careful we have to be, how much protective we have to be regarding our upadhis. When we enter into samsara, along with getting bound by the samsaric objects, along with getting bound by karma phala with the vasanas, another thing happens is our upadhis get impurified. They become, let us say, distracted. All their ability, energy gets derailed or gets totally lost from us. वो शक्तिहीन हो जाते हैं. dissipation it is called. So we cannot afford to know. This is what unknowingly we are doing. We deliberately, वो हो रहा है उसको हम जानकर protect करना. Every upa like sharira. How can we tire the sharira so much in the unwanted things that now it is tired, it wants to sleep. If it sleeps, how can you come to class and do sadhana? तो उसका रक्षा नहीं करना. एग्जॉस्शन के द्वारा कहो या लेस फूड दिए या रॉन्ग फूड दिए या ओवर फूड दिए, all of them are misleading or wrongly contacting the body, wrongly managing, mismanagement of sharira. All of us Indians do that. Overeating and over either working or no working, balance striking हमको नहीं आता. We have to beg and learn these things from the Westerners. All techniques are given in Shastra, but we don't go to Shastra study. No, we have no time. अब बहुत मुश्किल से एक क्लास में आ रहे सुनने को, बाकी पढ़ो कहे तो भाग जाएंगे. It is given, but still we must know. In the same way, the Indriyas, how important they are. The ears to listen, the eyes to see, the book, the mouth to chant the mantras. How sacred and how necessary are these upadhis in our spiritual pursuit. तो फिर हम उनको भी हाथ में लेकर उनका भी सर्विसिंग करते हुए, उनको भी रिक्वायर्ड वॉट एवर देते हुए, एवरी टाइम वी हैव टू कीप देम रेडी एंड फिट फॉर आवर युद्ध और एंडवर ऑफ साधना. रेस्ट चाहता है तो देना है थोड़ा. Other attention if it needs, you give. Protect it. Anything in the world overused भी like a car. Overuse किया, इतना चला चला गर्म होकर सब चल जाता है. And also frequently if you are not monitoring it and cleaning it, taking it to the garage for the servicing etc. So will that car give us the joy of whenever we want travel in it? कोई कोई लोगों की गाड़ियां हमेशा खराबी होती because mismanagement. But there are some decent people, huh? 20 साल से चला रहे हैं गाड़ी. Every day they are using, but the गाड़ी is as new as it was. Why? They love it. They look every part of the vehicle. They take care of it because they know the value of the car, that it is taking me from here to there every day. That maturity. They have to be appreciated. कहते हैं हम 20 साल हो गए मेरे गाड़ी को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आया. कैसा ठीक चलाता हूँ मैं, नाइदर ओवर स्पीड नॉर लेस स्पीड. कोई गेयर वेयर ऐसा नहीं डालता हूँ लारी वाले की तरह कि टूट जाए वो. आई लव माई कार. आई टेक इट फॉर सर्विसिंग फ्रीक्वेंटली. कभी लगता है जरूरत नहीं है, बट आई से नो इट्स अ कॉन्सेप्ट. रूटीनली रेगुलरली इट हैज टू बी डन. लकीली आई गॉट अ गुड पर्सन हु सेज सब ठीक ठाक है, थोड़ा क्लीन कर दिया, वेरी लेस मनी, बट आई एम ensuring that my vehicle is fit for me. Isn't it beautiful? Everything like that. What are the instruments that are required? Our upadhis, sharira, indriya. Now what to talk about mana and buddhi? इन मन बुद्धि को जितना हम स्पिरिचुअल साधक होते हुए भी सत्यानाश करते हैं ना, अब क्या बताए उसका. आवर इमेच्योरिटी एंड आवर केयरलेसनेस एंड नेग्लिजेंस. हाउ कैन वी अलो द माइंड to go anywhere, into anything, unwanted, unrequired, and getting it tired and exhausted, energyless. Now you want that mind, oh man, अब फोकस कर ध्यान में. वो करते कैसा करूं मैं? You have spoiled me. Like you are buying all the playthings and gadgets to your children so much, and now you tell him बेटा आप पढ़ाई करो. इतने सारे चीजें रख रहा हो, कैसे पढ़ेगा वो? You want to enjoy them. In the same way, when the mind has been exposed to so many things and disturbed, derailed, distracted, all the energy is dissipated. अब उसको कहते हैं लगातार उपनिषद पढ़ो, वो बता मैं थक गया शुरू होने से पहले. I can't concentrate. Are we not doing it unknowingly? In all worries, in all anxieties about those which we are not at all responsible are not required for us. ये बड़ा सब्जेक्ट है, घंटों बात कर सकते हैं, बट मेन पॉइंट इज कन्वेड. शरीर, इंद्रिय, प्राण, मन, बुद्धि आर इनवैल्यूएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स. सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है चित्त. अब उसमें क्या क्या वासनाएं, क्या क्या संस्कार भर के रखा, और इन द दबाव ऑफ दैट संसार वासना, द स्पिरिचुअल वासनाओं का कोई जगह ही नहीं है. That is why we don't remember shlokas, we don't remember the theme of that shlokas, we don't remember what exactly the sadhana to be done. इतना सुनकर भी, क्योंकि चित्त में इसका जगह है ही नहीं, बिकॉज बाकी इतनी चीजें उसमें फंसे. एटलीस्ट 70-60% तो अनवांटेड है. लेकिन our house also 60-70% things are not required. Many of the things. But रखे रखते हैं मैसेज. In the memory also so. अब स्पिरिचुअल सीकर को सब सोचना है. सो मच ऑफ मेमोरी. इसलिए जो सुबह उठते सिनेमा गाना याद आता है, दोपहर में और एक. अरे इतना तुम वो सब सुन सुन के मन में लगाया, हाउ विल यू हैव देन उपनिषद, गीता, मंत्रस रेडीली अवेलेबल इन द सेम वे सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स. चित्त एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. इन द चित्त ओनली वी हैव टू कीप ऑन स्टोरिंग स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स. सी दैट इज वाई अथ चित्तम समाधातुम न शक्नोसि मयि स्थिरम, गीता में सारे बातें. 12th chapter. If I start again, it's a big thing. So the first point, why we have to be regular in study of Shastra. Second is our conscious, careful attempt regularly to become aware of and to monitor all our equipments for their fitness and perfection all the time. We cannot afford to uh, be non-attentive and see that they are spoiled, and then we can never do sadhana. दो बातें हो गए, simple ones. Third one is to achieve these two, first and second now, as we have seen the other day also, a joyful qualitative 2 hours, 3 hours per day. We have to become regularly dedicated for this endeavor. We have a day for 24 hours, तो 8 घंटे निकालो, 16 हो गए. उस 16 में 2 hours minimum qualitatively we should learn to dedicate it only for sadhana. Those hours should not be used for anything else. And those 2 hours with full love, zeal and zest and the want and inspiration, we have to use them for our sadhanas. ऐसा व्यक्तित्व हमको अपना बनाना. Like morning, evening, we are doing, coming to the class. Qualitatively, this time is spent by going through this Shastra. Apart from this, some more time qualitatively, regularly for sadhana without compromising it for anything else. Except some emergencies or important things. Other than that, regularly देखा जाए. है क्या वो हमारे जिंदगी में? These 2 hours. Afternoon, after all the work at home is over, 11 to 12. Or in the evening, after that refreshing is over, from 4 to 5 or 3 to 4. जो ऐसा करते हैं वही सिंसियर है. जो सिंसियरली वो करते हैं वही साधक है. जो साधना कर रहे हैं वही आगे बढ़ते. My question to myself always is, I am doing nothing, then how can I expect that I grow? Substantially, qualitatively. बैठ के किया जप प्रेम से, पूजा प्रेम से, स्तोत्र पारायण प्रेम से. एक दिन कर रहे हैं, 2 दिन कर रहे हैं, स्पिरिचुअलिटी में ऐसा नहीं होता. टिल द अनुभव कम्स वी हैव टू डू एवरी डे. नित्य निरंतरम चिरम. नहीं स्वामी मैं करता हूँ, जब भी आप याद दिलाता हूँ उस दिन तो कर ही लेता हूँ. अरे डोंट मेक स्वामी हैप्पी बाई ऑल योर सेंटिमेंट इमोशन. ऐसा नहीं होता हो. थ्रू आउट लाइफ वी हैव क्वालिटेटिवली. So in the initial days, it becomes tough or difficult or mind may not cooperate. But मुझे करना है. How can my mind be obstacle? With this type of conscious thoughts, we have to win over that mind. Like you have won over the morning and evening class coming. I mean, less struggle to us than when we were beginning or to others. कि आ जाते हैं हम. मन ने कोऑपरेट करना शुरू किया, आ जाते हैं हम. Again, if you leave it for 1 month, again you ask it to come back, it will not come. Like some of the people, one by one class they left. No, they cannot restart. हो गया बस जिंदगी का. So, third one is this point. कि the qualitative hours if we can spend, it's of so much requirement. In that 2 hours of operation only, we are really preparing ourselves. We are really performing sadhana. उस समय में और कुछ नहीं करना, इत्मीनान से आराम से वही साधना करना. Beautiful it is. People do so. Some give that time for the body. They do their exercises and all regular. And that gives a result also. They're healthy, they're strong, they're long living. बढ़िया है. अब नहीं किया तो नहीं होता. So we are talking about spiritual health. Therefore, those qualitative hours, 2 or 3 per day, as per our convenience, we have to do minimum it is. Minimum. A maximum is what? 24 hours, you are only in the mood of the tattva. Just like the Tatreji was telling to Parashuramji, few shlokas back, even in the earlier chapter, that how can you think of anything else when everything is mithya? There's only one thing called reality. By thinking about the mithya jagat, you are strengthening its reality and you are forgetting the reality. Ultimate तो वो है. Wherein I am not seeing anything other than me. कल के भी बात. Yesterday also, as we are approaching to the end of Tripura Rahasya Grantha, same theme was taught in the language of Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari and Adhamadhikari. दो तरह की बातें बोलते हैं. दो two ways it is explained. Wonderful it was. That is ultimate for us. है ना? Nothing. I am not in the consciousness of the projected world. I am in the pure conscious self reveling. That's the ultimate. But वहाँ पहुँचने के लिए शुरुआत कम से कम is qualitatively we start give timing. Okay, these are the 3 things. And if at all we want to add one more, the fourth one is, which I like the most, is what? Continuously praying to our Ishtadevata and Guru that, oh Lord, take me to next level. Take me to the 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 next level. Next level of understanding. Next level of understanding. Next level of understanding. Next level of practice. Next level of practice. Next level of practice. Obviously, the next level of experience. Next level of experience. The next level of anubhuti. Hey Bhagavan, please take me. Please take me. This level done. Next. What is next? I am coming to class. What is next? Isn't it? Take me to that next level. I am studying, but what is next level? I am doing japa, but what is next level in the japa itself or other than it? और आई एम डूइंग पूजा. इसका आगे क्या है, नेक्स्ट क्या है, नेक्स्ट क्या है? प्लीज मेक मी अंडरस्टैंड एंड टेक मी टू दैट लेवल. इन दैट वे, गोइंग फ्रॉम वन लेवल टू द अदर, highest level of reaching you, having your darshana pratyaksha, I have to have take me, take me, take me. When we do this prayer, what it helps is protects us from becoming mechanical at one level of sadhana and sticking there only and thinking and being in imagination that we are doing sadhana. Most of our so-called wonderful Hindus do this one. वो लोग पारायण करते हैं विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम, तुलसी नाम, जिंदगी भर वही करते रहते. नो नेक्स्ट लेवल एट ऑल. And they are only mechanically doing it. Some of them may be consciously observing what they are chanting and all. But बहुत सारे लोग तो बस mechanically as a formality they do. We also if you formality के लिए आ रहे हैं क्लास तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, जैसे क्लास छोड़ते हैं एक दिन या रुक जाता क्लास, कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होता हमको. हाँ, छूट गया, नॉट बिकॉज वैराग्य, नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ शुद्ध ज्ञान हैज कम, बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग इट मैकेनिकल. कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता स्वामी जी आप क्लास छोड़कर, क्योंकि आप जब आ रहे थे तब भी फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता था. भगवान हिमसेल्फ से जब फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा तो क्या जरूरत है, उन्होंने ऐसे थॉट दे दी तो भाग गए आप. टू अवॉइड ऑल दिस वेरी डेंजरस प्रॉब्लम, प्रेयर. ओ लॉर्ड, next level, higher level, next level, higher level, deeper level. Please give me, prepare me, करो तैयार मुझे. जरूरत भी है उन्हें तो. स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज नेवर गिवर ऑफ द हैप्पीनेस टिल वी रीच द अल्टीमेट. थ्रू आउट इट विल बी स्ट्रगल ओनली वेर एवर. इसे छोड़कर लोग ना संसार में जाते. इट इज नॉट दैट वे वी आर सेइंग इट इज ए सिन और सो, दैट इज हाउ इट इज. बेचारे हैं वो, बट लकीली नो, नथिंग स्पिरिचुअल डन गोज वेस्ट. Again, occasions, blessings, opportunities come, that from there again little more distance is traveled. Like a carpenters, ओ बड़ा बिल्डिंग का करना है तो आज थोड़ा करते हैं, दूसरे का भी काम होता है वो जाते हैं, इधर आकर फिर से करते हैं. कुछ लोग ना 3-4 काम एक ही बार लेते, तो एक एक थोड़ा थोड़ा करते. अगेन दे कम बैक. In that way, they come back. Nobody is totally given up by the God. भगवान कुछ तो करके ले आते. What our struggle is to cooperate to God's effort so that we grow spiritually, not the God. So these are the 4 things today. Why Shastras, managing the equipments, qualitative hours for sadhana, then intense prayers for the next level. Thank you. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं. भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वरजीवविवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे. समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व समैक्यता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः. ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम अथ संबंध भाष्यम. संबंध भाष्य में having seen the explanation of this दर्शयति च अथ अपि स्मर्यते, 3 quotations from the Shruti are told, 1.5 quotation from the Smriti is told, in which Parabrahma's Swarupa, that it is Kevala Jnapti Swarupa only, is established. Pure Jnapti. Tat Jnanam Brahma Sangnitam. Jnanam Brahma Sangnitam. And which Jnanam? Tat Jnanam. That type of Jnanam. Not what Jnana we have. in the form of or through the medium of thoughts. No. Through the medium of indriyas. No. Which is the jnanam? Pratyastamita bhedam yat. There where there is no bheda at all. Which bheda? Don't ask. We saw yesterday before. Satta matram. Then agocharam vachasam. Most important is atma samvedyam. Tat jnanam brahma sangnitam. Atma samvedya means known to its own self. This sentence that the self knows itself takes few more months for us to grasp at our level of maturity. हर एक एक चीज को समझने का एक मेच्योरिटी की जरूरत होती है. सुनते सुनते सोचते सोचते that maturity comes and then we catch it. Like what is Maya to understand and how to keep it away. What is Avidya to understand and how to weaken it. What is Vasana, understand and how to reduce them. एक एक चीज को वेदांत में समझने में टाइम लगता, मेच्योरिटी लगती है, प्रैक्टिस में. सो प्रत्यस्तमित भेदम यत सत्ता मात्रम वचसाम अगोचरम आत्म संवेद्यम यत ज्ञानम तत् ब्रह्म संगीत. We have seen yesterday. In the same way, Vishwarupa Vairupya. In the Vishwa means Sarva. Sarva Swarupa Vairupya means in the entire world, whatever the way the world is seen, described. None of these are there in that Brahman. विश्व का जो भी स्वरूप है वो रूप भगवान ब्रह्म में नहीं है. That's why all these are therefore superimposed on that Brahman. Like all the waves or ripples or bubbles, this is called as Vishwaswarupa. In the water, they are not there. So water is that Vishwaswarupa Virupa. None of these are there in the pure water. So too, the bangles, the earrings and all of them are Vishwaswarupa. They are not there in the pure gold. Gold is beyond all of that. If not, you attend to any of the form of the gold, then the real gold you miss. You see the superimposed only. Any of the ornament. Here also, Vishwaswarupa Vairupyam Lakshanam Paramatmanaha. What is the Lakshana of Paramatma? Is no Lakshana of any of these Jagat is Lakshana of Paramatma. Vishwaswarupa Vairupya. And what is the Swarupa of the Vishwa? Nama Rupa Guna Jati Dravya. Then what is the other Swarupa of the Vishwa? Continuously changing, changing, changing. And what is the another Swarupa of the Vishwa? It has a birth and death. So Vishwa Swarupa Vairupya means रूप नाम आदि कुछ नहीं है परमात्मा में. So to जन्म जरा मृत्यु भी नहीं है. That is the meaning of Vishwa Swarupa Vairupya. Be careful, huh? Again, world को देखो तो world is what? Janma, Marana, in between modification and Janma, Marana, Nama Rupa. वर्ल्ड को इतने सिंपल में समझ सकते हैं. वर्ल्ड मीन्स वाट? रूप नामों का जन्म, बदलता बदलता रहना, खत्म होना. ये सब नहीं है परमात्मा. इंडिविजुअल के दृष्टि से पंचकोशास एंड ऑल देयर गुणास, they are not there. Again in the world, any specimen you take, whatever the variety that are there, they are not there. जब कहा परमात्मा में पेड़ नहीं है, तो परमात्मा में डाली नहीं है, परमात्मा में ट्रंक नहीं है, बोलने की जरूरत नहीं वैसे तो. बिकॉज द पेड़ ही नहीं है परमात्मा में, तो फिर बाकी तो होते ही नहीं. बट इवन स्पेसिफिकली वांट टू से समटाइम specifically told for more clear. In Paramatma, this Deha is not there. Therefore, the hands and legs and head and all, they are not there. It is beyond. Achakshu Shrotram Tadapani Padam. We have seen all of that in Upanishads earlier. So, Vishwa Sarupa Vairupyam is to be understood like this. More specifically, or be clear, मतलब every way we are understanding one thing only. Way of putting is different. Another Vishwa is what? Vishwata is a prajna. The Jagra Sapna Sushupti alustas only. In the pure Brahman, these are not there. Another way of saying what? Vishwa is what? Vyashti, Samashti, Stula, Sukshma, Karana. So Vishwa Sarupa Vairashya means no Vyashti, no Samashti in Paramatma, no Stula, no Sukshma, no Karana. ये कोई उसमें नहीं है. इसलिए नेति नेति is the only sadhana in which all these are rejected. What remains is me. That's the self. So in this way, Bhagavan Sutrakara Vyasaji, when he gave Darshayati Apicha Smaryate, for the Darshana, the three Upanishadi quotes, for the Smarana, three Smriti quotes are given, 3 or 1.5 years. Now he is continuing. Listen carefully. Iti Adi, etc. Iti, these two, and Adi means many, many like that. Shruti Smriti Upanyasa Mukhena. From the mouth of Shruti and Smriti, Pratyastamita Bhedameva Brahma. The Brahman is that in which all Vedas, the dualities and dualisms are not at all there. Iti Pratyastamita Bhedameva Brahma iti Upapadya. Having this space substantiated, established. What is Brahman then? Pratyastamita Bheda. Means Brahman is Abheda Ekameva Adviya Vastu. In that Paramatma, there is no Bheda of Dvaita or Dvandva. Any भेद देन कार्य कारण भेद नित्य अनित्य सत्य सारे कुछ भी कहोगे ऐसा कोई भेद उसमें नहीं है. इट्स बियॉन्ड. सो प्रत्यस्तमित भेदमेव ब्रह्म इति उपपाद्य. Then the Shruti, the Sutrakara says, as an answer to a questioner, that in the Upanishads, then why the Savisheshana Brahman is spoken? He says here, Ata evacha upama surya kadivatu. सूर्यादि examples देकर उपासनार्थम the Savisheshana Brahman is mentioned by Shruti Mata for us to take the help of it, not for us to take that it is ultimate. ये वाला कहते हैं इति. Now he is explaining this next 4 lines, the summary of the entire Sambandha Bhasha we have studied and all Upanishads, in which how we have to understand the Atman, the Brahman, the truth, the reality, the Upanishad Vedya Vastu. अतएव देखो ब्रह्म क्या है अब बता रहे. ये 4 लाइन समझ में आए तो हमको ब्रह्म तत्व का समझ आया. Beautiful, this is of the glory of this text and also all of them. They tell in the beginning, they explain in detail, they tell in short, again while concluding also, they will summarize. Atayeva, first, Chaitanya Matra Rupaha. What is Brahman? Chaitanya Rupaha and Chaitanya Matra Rupaha. Pure consciousness without being conscious of anything. First thing about Paramatma to be understood is Chaitanya Matra Rupa. So on the seat of meditation, we have to, from being conscious of something to pure consciousness, we have to shift our attention to and identify it. अब मिल गया हमको meditation क्या है. Chaitanya is there, but that Chaitanya is covered by or conditioned by the upadhis of manovrittis or indriya perceptions. है ना. तो वृत्ति रहित चैतन्य मीन्स आत्मवस्तु. वृत्ति सहित चैतन्य मीन्स द एंटायर जगत. So Chaitanya Matra Rupaha, first one. Second, Neti Neti iti Atmakaha. That self is known only by one method of rejecting anything which is not self. Or that Chaitanya Matra is received or understood or which is Jada. That which is not self-luminous, which is illuminated by something else, it's called as Jada. उस सबको नेति नेति करते हुए छोड़ देने का जो बचा रहता है वही परमात्मा। नेति नेति इति आत्मकः। दो बातें हो गए। वन इज चैतन्य मात्र रूपः, प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस विदाउट कॉन्शियस ऑफ anything, Jiva Jagat Ishvara or whatever. No, pure consciousness. Like when I open the eyes, I see the whole world of things. I am conscious of all of them through the indriyas, through the thoughts of the mind. Stop the indriya work functioning, drop the thoughts of the mana chitta consciously. What remains? A pure conscious. That is me. Chaitanya Matarupa. Second is Neti Neti Tyatmakaha. Means it is Atma of everything. In that there is none of these things, and that is reached only when we reject all other than it by the word Neti Neti. Like when wife says, go and bring Shimla mirch from the shop. When you go to the shop, the 100 items are kept there. And you have to get that only out of the respect to her, reverence to her. Nahi to padega. So what do you do to reach to that Shimla mirch? En route so many are there. You do neti, 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 neti. Then you reach to the, yehi wala. उन्होंने मांगा. Don't you do that? So too she tells, उड़द का दाल आयो, तुरी का दाल क्या कहते हैं उनको? I don't know हिंदी में. Every dal what is called, I don't know. एक आध know, I know. मूंग दाल, चने का दाल, उड़द का दाल, जो भी है. If she tells, let us say, नाक मेरे लिए easy हो गया ना, चने का. तो in that rack में all dals are kept. बाकी धान भी, धनिया भी रहेगा उसमें, मूंग भी रहेगा, धुली वाला मूंग भी रहेगा और सादा वाला भी रहेगा, चने भी अलग. तो when she says चने का दाल, चने के पैकेट भी होंगे वहां. But नेति नेति, you go only to that. In the same way, Atman reached by saying not this, not this. Listen, catch the meaning of that sentence. I hope you got it. Not this means what? I am that self which cannot be this. न इति मीन्स वर्ड नकारना. किसको? जो सब कुछ जो आत्मा के द्वारा देखा जाता है एज ऑब्जेक्ट. Everything objectively felt is rejected in neti neti word, through that neti word. Purpose of the neti word, instruction given through that neti neti is this. Then what we reach is to something which cannot be rejected as the anatma or object. That is me. That neti neti is the basic sentence based on which all other sadhanas are there. Like jada chaitanya. तो चैतन्य को पकड़ना है तो जड़ का नेति करना है. नित्य और अनित्य. अब नित्य को पकड़ना है तो अनित्य का नेति नेति करना है. अंडरस्टूड? निरुपाधिक आत्मा को पकड़ना है तो सब उपाधियों को नेति नेति कहना है. तुरीय आत्मा को पकड़ना है तो विश्वदेश ब्राह्मण को नेति नेति करना है. छोटू सत्य को पकड़ना है. सब जो सत्य नहीं है असत्य है उसका नेति नेति करना. जो अनंत है उसको पकड़ना है तो ऑल शांत इट इज भी नेति नेति करना है. So neti neti is base in which the non-self is rejected, non-atman, paramatman. What remains is atman. Atma cannot be said as this because it cannot be object. The only way is to reject the subject, then reject the object, remain as the subject. Subject is an experience. Subject is not again objective way of saying it either through mouth or through the thoughts. Through the mouth and the thoughts or upadhis, whatever is known as idam, when all of that is rejected, including upadhis, because upadhi bhi us consciousness के द्वारा जाने जाते हैं. I'm aware of my speech, I'm aware of my mind. These upadhis also we have to drop in that neti neti. Then nirupadhika nishprapancha paramatma we reach. That is our goal. That is there. That's so subtle. But that subtle vision we don't have because we are caught up in the upadhi and upadhi level functions. Not only functions, Upadhi level of bhoga, we have involved all imagination, all delusion only. Just like snake, I नहीं कैसे वो डरा हमको डर पैदा कराएगा. But I not only see the snake, but I'm afraid of it. So too neither raga nor dvesha nor sukha nor dukkha the world can give if it is not real. But we have imagined to be real and we are caught up in that. To such person, this subtle sadhana कैसा होगा? तो वहां से शुरू करते हुए नेति नेति में आना चाहिए. So Chaitanya Matra Rupaha, Neti Neti Atmakaha, then Vidita Avidita Anyaha. Something other than known, other than the unknown also. Vidita known, Avidita not known, Anyaha. That is the way the self is explained. By saying Vidita Anya, all other than self is rejected. Because everything is known to us, Vidita. उसका अन्य है मतलब सारे known are not Paramatma. And then avidit bhi nahi hai. By saying so, the shunyata and jadata are rejected. So when it is not shunya, it is purna. When it is not jada, it is chaitanya. And when it is not anatma, it is atma. Therefore, purna chaitanya atma is the self, is the reality. This is how vidita avidita abhyam anyaha is used for sadhana. So chaitanya matraha नेति नेति आत्मकः विदिता विदिताभ्याम अन्यः तीनों गए. फोर्थ वन वाट वाचाम अगोचरः. वाणी works because of it, but the vani of any of the shabda and shabda artha cannot indicate to it correctly. Some shabdas help us in meditation, but that meditation is to go beyond this stage to reach to that level, not even to stay at the intellectual level. See, that's what in fifth sloka of Atmabodha, Atnyana Kalusham Jivam, Jnanabhyasat Vinirmalam Krutva, Jnanam Swayam Nashyet, Jalam Katakaredavat. So, the fourth one is Vacham Agocharaha. Fifth one is Pratyastamita Bhedaha. That where any type of Bheda is not then dissolved. Sixth one is Vishwaswarupa Vilakshana Swarupaha, just now seen by us. Vishwaswarupa Vilakshana Swarupa. Its Swarupa is Vilakshan to the Swarupa of the Vishwa. Seventh one is such Paramatma. This is the six things told about Paramatma. Chaitanya Matarupaha, Neti Neti Tatmakaha, Vidita Vidabhyamanyaha, Vachama Gocharaha, Pratyastamita Bhedaha, Vishwaswarupa Vilakshana Swarupa. Such Atma, such Paramatma, Avidya Upadikaha Bhedaha. This Atma is not known as this in our experience. That not known is called as avidya. Because of that only, the same Paramatma is visualized, seen, imagined as variety, as with so many of the Vedas. Atayevacha, therefore, asya of this Parabrahman, Upadhi nimittam, because of the Upadhi, aparamartikim, which is not ultimate or not reality or not truth or not permanent, aparamartikim, विशेषवत्ताम अभिप्रेत्य. निर्विशेष ब्रह्म तो पहले बताया. अब ये जो उपाधि के कारण ये जो विशेषवत्ताम अभिप्रेत्य, कीपिंग इन माइंड द सविशेष ब्रह्म को जल सूर्यादि इव इति उपमा दीयते मोक्ष शास्त्रेषु. मोक्ष शास्त्रों में ये भगवान जल सूर्य जो जल में प्रतिबिंबित होते हैं उसके बारे में जैसे एग्जाम्पल देते हैं, उसी तरह उपाधिकृत उपाधि युक्त सविशेष ब्रह्म का हमारे शास्त्रों में बताया गया है. Like the reflected sun in the water. Now, substantiating this, come now 1, 2, 3 or 4 mantras from Yajnavalkya Smriti. They are all. Some of them may be from other Puranas. So, what it is, we'll just come tomorrow to deeply study it. So, by vigorously drilling all this knowledge into ourselves with the help of Shankara Bhagavan and his quotations, we have to be clear about the position of the ultimate Brahman, position of The Savishesha Brahman. The whole universe is Shabala Brahma, Savishesha Brahma. Then Parabrahman is Nirvishesha Brahma. Nirvishesha is eternal, continuous, constant. As a support of all Savishesha. Our goal is Nirvishesha. Savishesha can be used for sadhana. Misused becomes cause of bandhana. Misusing the Savishesha, wrongly connecting with the Savishesha Brahma is samsara. What is the wrong connection? Taking it as real, expecting sukha from it, getting attached to it with raga dvesha, trying to procure it or keep away. This is called samsara. But the same Savishesha can be used for sadhana. Like the whole world is spread in Vrindavan. And as a substratum, the world Paramatma is there. ऐसे ध्यान करने के लिए ये जगत आपको हेल्प कर रहा है कि नहीं? कॉन्टेम्पलेट करने के लिए. Brahman is never objective. But the object tells the substratum of all of us is that Brahman. Meditate on the substratum. Don't meditate on us, the objects which have name and form. So पूरा जगत भगवान ने अब भगवान को याद कराने के लिए दिया. हम जो है जगत को भगवान को भूलने के लिए यूज करते हैं. Only reason is we have not studied Shastra sufficiently. We have not understood the purpose of life and how to achieve it. Shastras give all this guidance. So, Nirvishesha Brahma, Savishesha Brahma, Visheshas are Maya Yukta. From Lord's point, that Visheshas and Vishesha say Brahma ka Jagat Rup mein dikhna, all of that is Leela for him. For us, rightly understood for sadhana, wrongly understood or misunderstood, cause of samsara. जगत पूरा संसार का भी कारण है, जगत पूरा साधना का भी कारण है, और जगत में पूरे ब्रह्म को देखो तो अनुभव का भी कारण है. हाउ वी यूज स्पिरिचुअल स्क्रिप्चरल नॉलेज टेल्स अस द थर्ड वन, हाउ टू एक्सपीरियंस होल जगत एज माय ओन सेल्फ व्हाइल लिविंग इन दिस वेरी जगत. वेरी विचित्र ना, इसी जगत में है, इन्हीं उपाधियों के साथ है, फिर भी न मैं न जगत अलग है, न मैं और जगत सत्य है, परब्रह्म ही सत्य है, वो मैं हूं. Like the father plays with the child and gets defeated. He knows the game better than the child, he can win it, but still he plays the play of losing it for making that child happy. So to a Brahmagnani, he knows everything is Brahman, yet he just plays the play. है ना? Like great Mahatma realized saints, they know the world and people of world are mithya, but still they talk to people, they answer their question, they laugh and giggle. पता है सब मिथ्या है, एक परमात्मा ही सत्य, उस अनुभव में वो है वो, बट ये खेल खेलते हैं. Like somebody tells their problem and all. Do you think the Mahatmas don't understand what is the meaning of a problem, or is there any problem other than ignorance? बट फिर भी सुनता, अच्छा ऐसा क्या, ऐसा क्या, ऐसा क्या, फिर तुमने क्या किया, फिर क्या हुआ? Short time बाद they ask. They know it's all मिथ्या. इन द सेम वे ब्रह्मज्ञानी का व्यवहार ऐसा होता है, लगे और लगातार लगे रहेंगे बाबा पढ़ने के लिए, आगे बढ़ने के लिए. पढ़ो, आगे बढ़ो. थैंक यू. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. धन्यवाद संतो फॉर गिविंग द अटेंशन टाइम.